Assalamu alaikum, this is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Bangladesh Bank initiates fund of 1,000 crore taka to create young entrepreneurs. Arguments presented at tribunal against 7 accused, including Obaidul Qadir, in case of crimes against humanity in July mass uprising. Chattogram to become not only commercial capital but also regional economic hub through full utilization, comments Finance Minister. New institutions must be built through adapting knowledge of changing process, says Information and Broadcasting Minister. '57th birthday of Arafat Rahman Kokul, youngest son of martyr President Rahman and former Prime Minister Begum Khalida Zia, celebrated today. Strait of Hormuz to be shut again unless US meets 6-point demand, warns Tehran. And Bangladesh to face Australia in first test of 2-match series in Darwin tomorrow. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. Bangladesh Bank has taken an initiative to establish a new 1,000 crore taka fund to help young people become entrepreneurs. The fund will provide low-interest loans to young entrepreneurs, while grants will also be offered based on their loan repayment performance. Initially, the initiative aims to support new entrepreneurs through 500 crore taka in loans and 500 crore taka in grants. Officials concerned said the program will target young people who are interested in starting businesses but are unable to do so because of a lack of necessary capital. Under the Central Bank's refinancing scheme, an entrepreneur may receive a loan of up to 10 lakh taka. The interest rate on these loans is expected to be kept between 4 and 6%. As a result, the cost of financing for entrepreneurs would be significantly lower than conventional bank or NGOs loans, which carry interest rates of around 11 to 15%. Bangladesh Bank officials said no collateral will be required for these loans. This will allow eligible young people to start businesses even if they do not have sufficient assets or land to use as collateral. Arguments are underway at the International Crimes Tribunal in the case against 7 accused, including Obaidul Qadir, over crimes against humanity committed during the July mass uprising. The prosecution presented its arguments for the 6th consecutive day today before Tribunal 2, headed by Justice Nozrul Islam Chaudhry. During the arguments, the prosecution said 6 student leaders were arrested by the DB during the July uprising. They were kept in DB custody, given rice to eat, and photographs of them were circulated in the media. The prosecution also presented 2 separate audio clips of conversations involving Obaidul Qadir, then Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal, and then DB Chief Haruna Rashid in connection with the incident. Meanwhile, Tribunal 1 fixed 18th August for the next hearing in the case against 13 people, including ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her security advisor Tariq Ahmed Siddiqui, and several army officers over allegations of enforced disappearance and torture at the Joint interrogation cell during the Army League regime. Victim of enforced disappearance Noor Alam testified in the case today. The same tribunal also fixed 18th August for the next hearing in the case against 12 people, including former lawmaker Shamim Osman and his son Oyon Osman, over crimes against humanity allegedly committed in Narayanganj during the July uprising. July victim Shomrat Hussain testified in the case today. Finance and Planning Minister Amir Khosrow Mahmood Chaudhry said fully utilizing Chattogram's potential will transform the city into not only a commercial capital but also a regional economic hub. He made these remarks while speaking as the chief guest at a seminar titled National Dissemination Seminar of Integrated Growth Network Development, organized by the Economic Relations Division at a hotel in the city yesterday. The finance minister emphasized that attracting domestic and foreign investment is essential to expanding trade and creating new employment opportunities. The government is actively developing the private sector, boosting port connectivity and building modern infrastructure to position Chittagong as a major South Asian economic center, he added. Asian Development Bank Vice President Yingming Yang and Economic Relations Division Secretary Muhammad Shahriar Kadir Siddiqui also spoke at the seminar. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zohruddin Shopon said new institutions with new skills must be developed to keep pace with the changing knowledge process. He made the remarks at a Youth Day event in the capital today. The minister said the government is working by properly addressing the challenges faced by young people. The Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs jointly organized the discussion and exhibition at the Foreign Service Academy to mark International Youth Day. Representatives from various private organizations also took part in the event. Zohruddin Shopon said young people are the main force behind building civilization. He stressed the need to establish effective institutions to develop a skilled workforce for the new world. At the event, State Minister for Youth and Sports Muhammad Aminul Haq said young people would receive computers or laptops from the government as loans starting this year. He said the government is taking necessary steps to make proper use of the strength of young people. The youth will build a new Bangladesh, he added. Replying to journalists' questions, the State Minister said an employment opportunity is being created for 9 lakh young people under a self-employment project. Training in freelancing is underway in every district, with around 5,000 young people currently receiving training. He also said young entrepreneurs can get loans of up to 10 lakh taka on easy terms to start businesses. Aminul Haq said the government is also working to make sports a major source of employment. He added that steps are being taken to establish a separate institute for sports. Commerce Minister Khondokar Abdul Muqtadir has emphasized the need to capitalize on the country's export potential in the growing halal products market in the ASEAN region. He made the remarks today at a seminar titled Halal Ecosystem in the ASEAN Region Opportunities for Bangladesh, organized by the Bangladesh Institute of International and Strategic Studies BIISS in Dhaka. The seminar held at the BIISS auditorium discussed global demand for halal products, the ASEAN market and Bangladesh's potential in the sector. BIISS Research Director Dr. Mahfuz Kabir presented the keynote paper. In his welcome address, BIISS Director General Major General ASM Ridwanur Rahman highlighted the growing global demand for halal products. The Commerce Minister stressed the importance of investment, energy capacity and access to global markets to enhance Bangladesh's export capabilities in halal products. The 57th birthday of Arafat Rahman Koko, the youngest son of Shohid President Zia Rahman and former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia, is being celebrated today. Arafat Rahman Koko, the younger brother of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman, was born on 12th August in 1969. Despite being part of a prominent political family, Koko led a quiet and private life. He stayed away from publicity and remained largely out of the political spotlight. However, he made a notable contribution to Bangladesh's sports sector. He was associated with the Bangladesh Cricket Board from 2002 to 2005. During that time, he focused on keeping sports free from political influence and worked quietly for the development of different areas of the country's sports sector. Koko was the husband of Shomila Rahman and the father of two daughters, Jafia and Zahia. He died of a heart attack in Malaysia on 24 January in 2015. On his birth anniversary, BNP family and the country's sports community are remembering him with deep respect. BNP leaders and activists paid tribute and offered prayers at his grave at Bonani Graveyard. BNP Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi paid tribute to Koko and recalled different aspects of his life. Now, international news. Tehran was announced that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed to shipping until a six-point set of demands is met, including an end to the United States' war efforts and the lifting of blockades. During a meeting with the Chinese ambassador Mohsen Rezai, Secretary of Iran's Supreme National Security Council stated that the Strait of Hormuz would not be reopened until six demands are fulfilled. This include an end to the U.S. war, the lifting of naval blockades, the release of frozen financial assets, and a ceasefire in regional conflicts. Meanwhile, Pakistan and Qatar have continued their efforts to implement the Memorandum of Understanding signed in Switzerland and to reduce tensions between Iran and the United States. To discuss the situation, Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi held separate meetings in Tehran with Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian and Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. During the meetings, President Pezeshkian said that bilateral cooperation would help strengthen regional stability and security. At the same time, Pakistan's Interior Minister stated that Pakistan's relationship with Iran is strong and cannot be broken. Meanwhile, after discussions with leader in Oman, Qatar announced that significant progress had been made in the ongoing talks between Oman and Iran regarding the resumption of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. A strong earthquake in western Colombia has killed at least 254 people. Rescue operations are underway to save people trapped beneath collapsed buildings. Meanwhile, the government has declared a state of emergency to deal with the situation. Authorities said the magnitude 7.4 earthquake was centered near San Jose del Palma in Choco province. So far, the highest number of deaths has been reported in Risaralda province, which is known for coffee cultivation, particularly in the Dos Brothers area. The major city of Cali has also suffered extensive damage. Colombia's geological service, and this was the strongest earthquake to hit the country in the 21st century. By the end of Monday, 21 aftershocks had been felt, and the agency warned that further tremors could occur in the coming days. Now, sports news. Cricket. Bangladesh will face Australia in first test of the two-match series at Raater Stadium in Darwin tomorrow. The match will begin at 6:30 a.m. Bangladesh time. The test marks Bangladesh's return to Australia in the longest format after 23 years. Darwin has previously hosted only two tests, Bangladesh's match against Australia in 2003 and Sri Lanka's test against Australia in 2004. Bangladesh have played 6 tests against Australia, winning only once a memorable 20-run victory in Mirpur in 2017. They lost the other 5, including both tests, during their previous tour of Australia in 2003. 3 of those defeats came by an innings. Meanwhile, Australia captain Pat Cummins announced his playing sheet today, with Cameron Green and Beau Webster earning